Let us start now. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tedase Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Ishvara Gururatmete Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyamavedvakta Dehai Didachina Murtaye Namaha Om Shanti 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 Hare Om. We shall chant all together Om 3 times, wherever you are. Om. Om Shanti 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 Hare Om. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. So through these prayers, we are going to today have the New Year celebration. Just few hours left for us, just few hours for you also. However, I'm very happy to see all of you are here. So it's a nice Zoom meeting and online, so everyone have the chance and to speak about to New Year message. But before I'm going to speak, I think I'm going to speak after all of you are speaking about New Year message. I'll give you the last message. So, and New Year is all about the self-analysis, not something to dream about for the New Year. So for me, New Year all about to what you have been in the past, that need to introspect, self-analysis, and what we are going to achieve, that need to be also introspect as well. So they're all, so New Year is all about to self-analysis, self-introspection as per the spiritual science. New Year is not about to celebration, drink too much and becoming unconscious, right? So it's not about to New Year celebration. New Year celebration all about to conscious, and New Year is all about to awareness. New Year all about to witness of yourself, and once you are a witness of yourself, and once you are aware of yourself or conscious yourself, then you are going to actually experience love and the freedoms. So New Year is all about to experience love and freedom. So at first I'm going to speak I would like to invite Mr. Michael Shatter from the United Kingdom, currently living in Wales. They're a long time I host, and since many years. And also Michael Shatter and his wife also there. And I would like to request them so they can have some message to this platform. So now is the time, Mr. Michael Shatter. Please unmute yourself and you can speak about something about this celebration of New Year. So let us start from you.
Can you hear me, Swami? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Well, you might have given me a bit of notice.
Anything you like to speak?
Okay. It's an interesting time to try not to fall into despair because of so many things happening in the world, and many things are also going very badly in the UK. So it's almost as if we're possibly experiencing the end of some kind of civilization. So I've been wondering to myself how to respond to that. I mean, almost nothing works in the UK at the moment. The trains don't work, the health service doesn't work, the ambulance service doesn't work, the roads don't work, nothing works. And then, of course, there's terrible wars. And I suppose what I have to say to myself is that actually this is normal. Life has never been safe. Life will never last forever. So it seems that if I'm quiet, there is still a sense of consciousness being fundamentally blissful. So maybe in some sense, maybe everything is okay. But in other ways, everything is very definitely not okay. So, and so can I be happy now? I think I can actually, but it's a challenge. That's my thought.
Okay, thank you for. But anyway, so we have to sometimes say accept law for nature, but same time make the efforts to be better. And as per we are human being, we have to always make the efforts. And without choice, sometimes we have to accept law of nature. That's no other choice. So therefore, we have to trust in God, and divine always play the roles, and we are simply the instrument. So, and that always we should not forget. So therefore, definitely certain things we cannot change, but definitely we can change something. And so therefore we have to accept what we cannot change, and we have to accept what we cannot do not change also. So both things. And then if you learn this law of nature, so naturally, no matter what happening in the life, and will be content. Now, I would like to just I substitute what you speak. Mr. Michael, whatever you speak, just I make the substitute, just add it. Let's stay in the positive attitude towards the law of nature and towards the divine actions. That we have to stay, and without any choice. That is my understanding in my depth level of the consciousness. Even happening in the corona happened for last 2-3 years since 2020. Even still people are suffering. But I find out it was for me one of the best time to have self introspections. I personally don't feel any difficulties as people feel the difficulties, because very simple, not feel difficulty, simply surrender and simply trust and accept everything what happening as per the divine will. the divine will. So therefore, we have to learn how to accept the will of the divine and unknown. And that is very difficult as a human being to learn, but not, it is very difficult, but also it's not impossible. It is possible to learn how to accept the will of the divine. That is what I can add with Mr. Michael's letter. Now, Pat, please give some message, New Year message.
You're talking to me?
Yes.
My message is let me think. My message. It is again to, as you say, accept what is going on as part of one's, use it as a learning platform. So it's try to influence the things that you is in your power to influence, but not to get too, as Michael says, in despair about the things you can't influence. So, and we can influence the state of the planet by our own individual actions, even though it might be very small in comparison with the enormous problems. But we just have to do the best we can with a bit, perhaps a bit more effort. So instead of following what comes up in your head as a desire, to just think about it and see if that desire could be modified in some way to not do harm, but to do good. That is my message.
Thank you. That is also very nice. I mean, everybody have their own opinion. This is the platform today. I would like to have receive a lot of, we can, whatever you think about the world, whatever you can help the humanity and to the whole creation, that we can have pray end of the day. And we can pray also, because sometimes we can do nothing. But one thing we can do, we can pray. And prayers has the tremendous power and energy. So we can and spread to the whole, and not only this planet, but to the all planets, even to the cosmos as well, as per the revelations of the rishis and also saints. So therefore prayers have the big power and big energy. And it is not my belief, but it is evident by the rishis, by the saints, by the seers. And our prayers can be, our prayers alone can help change the better, changing from bad to the better life. That's sure. I'm pretty sure. So thank you. But now I would like to ask the Yoganand from the Belgium. He's original from Netherlands, and he is also one of my great hosts. And he have been in India and in Himalayas, and has been studying also yoga teacher training. So here is for you the platform, Yoganand. So please have a few words.
Thank you, Swamiji. For the message for the new year for me is peace for all living beings. I think that is not only for humans, but all the creatures that walk and swim and fly, because they are suffering a lot also, not only human beings. So that's the main message. And the second message I have is to continue the Guru Parampara tradition, so it will survive to the next generations. And that's for me personally very important to continue that and to learn it and to pass it on later. after 20 or 30 years or something like that. I know more. So that was a short message, but I think more than that, we don't need peace for all living beings. Yes.
That's sure. And I substitute one word. Of course, today around the world, people lost Guru Parampara, and Guru taught traditions lost, except India. And end of the day, the Guru can help, and Guru Parampara can help in order to guide us on the right path. And we should not forget that. The children can be guided by the parents, similarly, so by the gurus, and the whole world can be guided. And I'm clear that also. So thank you, Mr. Ivana. So now I would like to ask you to Michael, so one of the host from Germany and currently is in Portugal, and I would like to ask her also and a few words for the New Year message.
Hello, thank you so much. I feel a bit like I didn't do my homework because I don't have a message. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, it wasn't an easy year, and yeah, but I think it's changed, and it's change is not always easy, right? And we are all changing as a society, and yeah. I think it's getting lighter. Maybe we are through the worst, and yeah, it's getting easier now.
So thank you, Michael, for the few words. It is nice. We can actually, it is like a satsang. But anyway, and of course, it's not been and easy year for many people around the world. So it is actually natural for you as well, even not been so easy year for you. Anyway, so we'll pray for you to have a good year and happy new year for the future, and everything going to be and better and good, so that we can pray for you as well. So thank you. Now Julie from America, and she was study long time yoga online, offline, and she is from the Wisconsin in America. So a few words, Julie. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Well, I think in the past year, I've spent a lot of time analyzing myself and taking a step back and looking at how I think about things and my perspective. And I would say that my message is about kindness, because I think that often I'm really hard on myself, or I think very negatively, and that's the energy that I pass on to other people. And that's what needs to change. So if I change the way I think about myself and become more positive that way, I can pass that energy on to other people. And so I think that by being kinder to myself, I will be more kind to others, and that will just be better for everyone. And I think that I have to look beyond myself. I'm not just one person. We're all together on this planet, and we have to learn to live together and be better for each other. And I think that just by trying to spread that kindness in my own way will make it better, because then the people that I touch will touch other people, hopefully in a more positive way. And individual people make a big impact on your life. One person can make your day or break your day. So I'm just looking at trying to step forward and be kind to myself and kind to other people. So that's my message.
So thank you, Julie, for beautiful words. Everyone have their so sure. And we noted your message and here. Thank you, Julie. Now Isaprem from the Latvia is another host, and in Baltic countries. Isaprem, so please.
Hello, Jai Gurudev, Hari Om. Thank you very much for this great possibility. Every day when I'm receiving messages in my WhatsApp group, I feel like you are here in our home, and you will open the door and you will come in, and we will make something very good for like food. Yes, and it was great experience with you when you came this September. I met Guruji this year, and last year I prayed to have a guru, to have a true guru. And of course, it's not easy to go through this all what I'm going through. It's very beautiful way. I cannot imagine different way. And I want to share this experience with people who are around me. And I'm very blessed to be in this group and in with Swami. Oh, I will cry now. Okay, I will stop. Thank you very much. And there is small light for you. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Isaprem, for your beautiful words. And anyway, so thank you. And many blessings for your family, for your children. Amrit, I think crying behind it, no? And is there is Premanand also? Okay, I think she's gone. So let somebody, and where the Premanand is there? Amriti, Om Namah Shivaya. Kagdila. Amrit.
Premananda went to the shop to buy something.
Okay.
Yes.
So many greetings for him and greetings to Amrit.
Ami.
Om Namah Shivaya, Amrit. Om Namah Shivaya. Happy New Year.
Oh, no.
Okay. So she's now relaxed. That is very good. She now relaxed. Amrit. Okay, so thanks to Isaprem and Amrit and for your family. Now I would like to invite the Mahadev from the Portugal. He's another host, and is also together his wife and his great family. This year I was in Portugal. So in this platform, everyone is my host. so now Mahadev, please have few words for the New Year message.
Happy New Year to all of you, and for Swamiji also, of course. And I'd like to thank for this year. This was a very hard with many work, and we have the blessing of Guruji in Portugal also. And for us, this was very, very good. And I hope we can see you again here, and we can see you also in Rishikesh. I hope. And blessings for all of you and for all the humanity, and peace, for world peace. I think is that.
So okay, so thank you, Mahadev. Is there your wife is there now? Uma there now?
She's cooking now for now.
Okay. So also greetings for your family and happy New Year to your family as well. I will summarize and before I conclude this meetings. So thank you, Mahadev. And now I would like to invite the I think the Tatiana, the Shivani from the Russia. She was also one of the hosts. Currently, she's living in India, I think. So Shivani, you like to have some few words? Please unmute yourself. Can you hear now? So I think the Shivani, she can't speak. Maybe she don't have microphone properly. She can't speak. So therefore, she sending some messages to all of us. Now I would like to ask Mr. Atmanand. He is the host of the hosting all kind of online meetings for last 2 years. And he is sometimes very beginning he was tired, but now he's coming on the right tracks. And very beginning he was tired, he was living, you know, and now he's the great host online meetings, all kind of online meetings, and since last year. And thank you, Atman, and helping the seva for last 2 years. And it's great seva, great service, great karma yoga for everyone. And we most of the time share these lectures in YouTube and also share personally by your emails and many things. So now Atmanan, here for you the platform and present some New Year message to the whole world.
Om Namah Shivaya.
And Atmanan from Germany, I should not forget. So Atmanan is from
Yeah,
Germany.
I'm residing in Germany, French border close to Switzerland, also in this triangle. Om Namah Shivaya and Happy New Year to everybody. Yes, I'm spending many times here with Guruji. This is my part of doing seva and doing karma yoga, because there has to be some kind of way if I cannot go to India to do my seva and my karma yoga. We do yoga, why? To expand our consciousness and to get into ourselves, to find peace within, right? And to spread it outwards. And then we have some practices for it, and we study the scriptures like the Yoga Sutras and the Bhagavad Gita. And the very first chapter with the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna lays all the miseries down that will fall upon earth, and it was so, was it not? And it was from the previous yuga, the spillover that are we now. And now when this yuga ends, the new Krita Yuga, Satya Yuga will begin, and there's no more place for evil in this yuga. So it has to end sometime. And the signs are all there. If you're Christian and you follow the Gospels of the Saint John, you know it. If you pray to Rudra and you study the Puranas, you know it, and you don't have to worry. I did not worry the whole year of 2022. I was really doing fine, and I have all had the feeling, because now I'm working with the French people, and these are kind of people, they're asking all the time, how are you? And people in Germany, they don't ask that. And I have often the feeling I have to feel ashamed of feeling good, because I see the pain and I hear the pain of other people. And it's like, studies Yoga Sutras, the Yama Niyama, Santosha, happiness and contentment is one of the rules that you have to follow, but it does not mean that you have to be ignorant or arrogant to other people's pain. You see it, you witness yourself, you witness the other people, and you have your spies. Truth does not only mean, to me personally, talking about the truth, what is the permanent and what is the not permanent. This is spiritual kind of truth, but here on earth, among the samsara, you have to have your proper spies, you know, the truth, what is the truth, and what is the lie, and how people are conditioned in the different cultures, and by whom they are conditioned, and who controls the conditioning process, right? And so we're doing yoga to find our inner pulse, the natural way of life, to get in touch with our own nature, our own being, and get in touch with the outer nature. It's when you become self-conscious, you listen within, and then you listen without. You know, you can talk to fire, you can talk to wind, you can talk to the sky, and you don't talk just to cats and dogs. You also talk to wasps and spiders and ants. You talk to them also. That's what you can do when you expand your consciousness. And then there's really no problem. Not for me. For me, it was really easy. You know, like, you know, Swami Vivekananda, the first Indian who came to North America. You all know them. So Vivekananda, he said, I asked God for strength, and then he gave me a challenge. And these times are full of challenges. You know, you have to accept them. You have to accept your enemies, because what do you have in common with your enemies? Your enemy loves to fight and you love to fight. You love to argue, your enemy loves to argue. This is what you have in common, and you have to respect your enemy for that. Also, the enemy who fight, it's not easy to face death, to run into your death. It takes lots of courage. Suicide also takes lots of courage. Facing death, spirituality is not also always the sunflowers and family and grandmother. Spirituality is death also, and the beautiful things. The cats and dogs and the spiders also. Yes, so Happy New Year. Lucky New Year. Find yourself, get in touch with yourself and with God, and it will be fine. And prayers do help. My guru is Swami Satyananda. And he said, the practice we do, asana, the pranayama, the meditation, these are practices to get to our goal, to achieve yoga. And Swami Satyananda, he said, mantra is the rocket to achieve this. So you can chant mantra. It says, when you have Om Namah Shivaya in your mouth, when you die, it will be fine. When you live, chant the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. It will do so much good to yourself and to your neighborhood. Every day, the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. The Jews, they made tests about it in Israel. In the places where they chanted the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, there's less crime percentage-wise. Also in Cleveland, where I did my first yoga studies, when Donald Trump was doing a speech there, everybody was in uproar doing rallies, and they made a circle, held it out his hand and chanted the Mahamrityunjaya mantra 100 times. There were only 2 arrests, I think, and one slipped on the boardwalk. This was the only injury. The mantras do work. Use them. If you have chanted along with the Swamiji, did his classes with the Tantra classes, like the beach mantras, the Lam Lam, Wam Wam Wam, Om, you know, these do work. These change people. They come out of the yoga class with different faces. They're crying, they're happy. Mantras do work, even if you're tired and chanting like me, like murmuring, like they work anyway. Doesn't matter if you do it loud or silently or murmur. Yeah, but speak them out correctly. There's no the R does not exist in Indian and Sanskrit. It's R. Yeah, the Mexican R. They must be spelled out correctly, especially with the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. And we'll be fine. No problem. Om Namah Shivaya. Happy New Year.
So, once again, Om Namah Shivaya. So I'll take only 5 minutes. And so thanks to all of you for your beautiful wisdom and the New Year message. And actually, we have to learn one thing, as I said, prayers. I have my personal experience. And since I started the Panchagini Sadhana, the 5 hair ceremonies, and this year was the 6th year, 2023 will be 7th year. And I work out and I find out around my neighbors, all people are very peaceful. Even our ashram, we have so many troubles, so many difficulties with our neighbors. And since I started the Panchagini, I used to have silent for 6 months. Even during Corona, I was staying inside territory of the ashram for 2 years. I did not getting out of our territories. And I was complete silence. So I learned one thing. No matter whatever happening in the life, it's very important to be content, santosha. That's what we study in yoga philosophies. In a niyama, saucha santosha. One thing santosha. Santosha means to be content. And you must know that no matter how much you make efforts, all desires not possible to fulfill, not going to fulfill, that must be clear. So therefore, we must be content at all the time. Either desires are fulfilled, or expectations are fulfilled, or desires are not going to fulfill, or expectations are not going to fulfill. So we must learn one thing, and the great message for the new year. In all conditions, we have to stay content. Samadukha parityag in Bhagavad Gita, they say the time of sorrowness, the time of happiness, we must remain content. And how to be content? It is a skill, it is a state of the consciousness need to achieve, need to attain. It's not something superficial to be content. Intellectual, not possible to be content. If I said you now, please be content, actually not possible. We must learn, we must experience, not only intellectually, but practically. The best way to experience content, self-satisfaction, need regular and constant meditations. Even for 5 minutes, even for 10 minutes, or 2 minutes, or 1 minute, you need to regular meditations. In meditation, you need to observe and accept. No matter whatever happening within our body, we must learn. We must learn. Even you learn for 1 minute regularly, 1 minute, to learn to acceptance. And you fix some time, and you must meditate regularly. And when you meditate, not necessarily you are feeling always good. No. You can feeling also bad. Meditation is all about to acceptance whatever happening within yourself. And whatever happening within yourself, it is happening also outside. Therefore, we are experiencing within. Something happening in the past, something happening going to future, imagination, that also happening within ourselves. So therefore, so whatever you are experiencing within yourself, and becoming witness of that, whatever you are experiencing, or whatever going to experience in future. So New Year message is all about to regular meditation and accept as it is whatever happening within ourselves. The best way you can achieve the skills, the consciousness of the contentment. Content, self-satisfaction, santosha. And if you can develop one skill, just one, you don't need to have many skills. Only contentness. And I tell you the technique also. The secrets of the technique is simple acceptance. You don't need to meditate for 24 hours, but at least you can start for 1 minute to 5 minutes. Even have no time for 1 minute to learn how to accept. Normally, we don't learn even accept 1 minute in our life. We are react constantly and continuously 24 hours. Even we sleep. Even we sleep, we are not very happy. We are always react. Not react positively, we react also negatively. So therefore, we have learned the skills how to meditate even for 1 minute. Just make this sankalpa for the new year. Just meditate 1 minute constantly and consciously. It means in 1 minute, you may breathe in. You can breathe even 3 times consciously. But the 1 minute you have learned how to accept. And this skills, this consciousness helping you, even in the time of the corona, for example, it was happening in corona. That skills can help you to acceptance. As Michael said, there are many things happening, something wrong in the United Kingdom. I was also this year in the Scotland, in month of November, I was there. I was in London as well. But of course, you are the resident of that country, you might feel many difficulty. But I was in Scotland, I did not feel any difficulties there. Everything was flow with me. And I was giving a big program in the Scotland, Aberdeen, the Temple Trust. They have also their own difficulties, but somehow I feel very much content to be there. So what I mean, depends how we see the world, how we see our life. You see, many people come to travel to India, not everything organized in India, but we learn to accept by the will of God, by the law of nature. When you come to India, you react all the time because you look indifferent. You don't learn to acceptance, therefore you react. Does mean we supposed not make an effort to be better. No, you must make efforts to be better, but same time to learn acceptance as well. And you will see that in this platform, slowly the world will be better if we trust the divine. Whatever happening around the world, the war, it is part of divine, it's the part of law of nature. Sometimes we can avoid it. And you see that in all civilizations, not one civilization, all civilizations, in the past or the present or in the future, will be the civilizations. There is always establish the peace. There is always peace, Shanti, but we have to free from, and we have to manage. We have to manage the life. Manage the life means why you have the war? Because you don't manage properly our life. War is not happening in the country. War is happening within ourselves. That how we see the world, the war also. Once you are peaceful within yourself, so naturally you can bring the peaceful whole cosmos. I tell you one thing, and you check that the life of Buddha, there was also war. That time also, there must be many problems as well. The time of Shiva, even today, and he was also in the past and in the future. You see, among the all God and Goddess, Lord Shiva always in Samadhi, in peaceful. And he was the personification and incarnation of the Corona. Corona means compassion, not the Corona disease. Compassionate. Lord Buddha, he was compassionate. Even that time, there was war. There was King Asoka. He had the war, and he was enjoying killing to many people, conquer the different state, different province, different states even. But he came to contact of the Lord Buddha as well. So what I mean, we can find always peaceful, not only outside, but within ourselves. But we have to establish peaceful within ourselves. Then we can find the peace outside as well. So what you have to do, personal practice, regular meditations. You don't need to have any techniques to know. You don't need to study Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Rasa Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Tantra Yoga, Mantra Yoga. You don't need to know any kind of yoga. No need. The simplest technique, the easiest technique to meditate every day, regularly, and observe it and accept it. That is very simple. And do it. You don't need to have, there is so many meditation technique, meditation breath, meditation of the body, meditation eyes, meditation moon or sun or chakras. Forget everything. You don't need to have any complications. So this is the New Year message. Simply close your eyes. Or you take 3 times deep inhale and exhale. observe and accept. That's all. And if you can meditate for 1 minute, I'm pretty sure, and you can meditate one day, 24 hours. And if you can meditate 24 hours and you learn how to accept, then you are becoming free. And this is the secrets to find inner love and the freedom. And this is the New Year message for all of you. And thank you. Now we shall pray for the all beings. Let the whole world to be peaceful. Let the all kind of war has to be stopped. And everybody has to experience peace within and happiness within, love within. Let we shall chant this mantra, Mahamrityunjaya mantra. 3 times all together. You may unmute, you can chant wherever you are. Because sometimes this is Zoom, when you're chanting everyone, it's like crossing the, how to say, the sounds. So wherever you are, please join with me, you can listen with me and chant 3 times Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrittur Musyamamrita. So this is the mantras we shall chant 3 times all together for the world peace. And may all beings be liberated. May all beings free from the darkness and get light within, the wisdom within. And you may fold your palms so that your palms can come too close to your heart. Chakra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mritarmasyamamrita. Om Trayambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mritarmasyamamrita. Om Trayambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mritarmasyamamrita. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. One thing I would like to add for all of you and for the whole world. So this message I'm delivering from the Amritapuri, the ashram in southern India and Kerala. So let also, and the biggest mantra of the Ama, so always say you have to chant Lokaha Samastaha Sukhina Bhavan. Of course, they chant many times. So let we chant at least for 3 times. So I'm in Amritapuri in ashram. And now, so after just 30 minutes, I'm going to participate the New Year celebration with Yana. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhina Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhina Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhina Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutravasa Kritau Vande Bhagavanto Panaha Panaha Iswara Gurura Atmeti Murti Veda Vibhajine Vyama Vedyapta Dehaya Siddhachinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sasidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Brahmadibhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartebhya Vasarishebhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarva Plavarahitaha Prajnanghanaha Pradyartha Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi. Om Gurbhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Now let us chant 3 times all together Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Let 3 times. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Dedicated to the Parasakti. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. So thanks to all of you, and Happy New Year. And the year of 2023 will be fruitful for you and be success and free from all kind of obstacles. Let experience love and freedom and the truth. Thank you. May God bless you all. And our Gurudev Swami Samarpan and Amma is here, and Lord Mahadev, Parasakti, and Ma Durga bless you all. Thanks to all of you.